Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. Adrian Widmar Sealy. He's just plain up tired. Okay, he's tired. He's 55 years old, out of Moral Hole Gap. Moral Hole Gap. Not even a good name for a place to live, but that's where he's from, and he's out of St. Michael, and he was before Magistrate Bernadette Jone in criminal court number 2, selling drugs, the big one, the powdery one, cocaine. And he says he doesn't use. Here's what he looks like. He says he's not a user, and her retort was, well, you don't use it, but you are destroying other people, selling it to them. And he has resigned himself to the fact that he's older now. He's an old man, and he can't run as fast. Okay, he has his mother in tow. He has his mother in court at 55 years old. He didn't have a woman, they have plenty of them, but he didn't have a woman there to put down her money to say, hey, I'll, pay whatever fine, if it's whatever, I'm here for him. No, his mom, an elderly woman, had to be in court, and she was ready. She was ready to put down whatever money needed to be put down so that he could either get out or get with it or whatever. She was down for it, okay? Ride or die, that's what she is, okay? So I look at him, and he's saying, whatever you do to me, it's fine. Whatever sentence, whatever punishment, that's fine, because I'm guilty. And I thought when I saw those words, whatever punishment I get is fine, I say to myself, what, Adrian? Let's say you were dealt a different set of cards. Let's say you had different parents. Let's say you weren't born in Barbados. Let's say that your parents had money available to them. What would you have been, Adrian? What would you have been? Like a scientist? Would you have created a cure for cancer? What would you have done in your life if the cards dealt to you were different, Adrian? Because even although he's a recidivist, the judge said, the magistrate said, he's been given trouble. She taught him that she was talking to a little boy, like a little kid, you've been given trouble. She didn't say, well, you are a recidivist and, you're a repeat offender. She says, you've been given trouble for a while, for a long time, okay? And she was initially inclined to charge or to sentence him to pay $2,000, but it's coming from the mother. Adrian didn't have money to even buy himself out of the situation that he put himself in. A lot of people would write a check and they don't have no money to cover that check, okay? So he would do something and he doesn't have a backup plan. His mom is the backup plan, and she's elderly. She's not always going to be there. He knows it. It has dawned on Adrian that his mother is not always going to be there to bail him out, okay? And the magistrate kind of dropped it a lot, $750 to pay in 3 months. His mom is going to pay that money, okay? She was there with her purse all grabbed up. She's going to pay the money. You've been giving trouble for a long time. See, sir, giving trouble, she talked down to him. Magistrate John spoke down to him, and he has his head hung a little bit there. Whatever punishment I get is fine. Now, he'll never change. And don't understand that to mean that he's the worst thing ever, but he'll never change. You need to get that in your system. if there's an opportunity where he thinks he'll not get caught, if he thinks that he can do something, he will never get caught and his mom will never get involved, he'll do it. He'll do an easy one if he thinks it's easy enough. But he's reached a stage at 55 years old. He's slowing down. He knows that being at the hotel in St. Philip, it's not good for his bones, wherever they put them to sleep, whatever arrangement they sleep on. Maybe where he's sleeping now is a better arrangement, and he knows that, you start to add, and you start to count, you pull out that measuring stick, okay? And you know that where I am now on the outside, still a prison, but on the outside, it's kind of better than being on the inside of that particular hotel there in St. Philip. So Seely, Adrian Widmar Sealy, got off. He got off. The police saw him and saw that he was acting strange, and he consented to the search. And in his pants pocket, they found the drugs. They found the drugs, cocaine. Here it is. See there? And he said he didn't kick up a fuss. He did not kick up a fuss at all. See here, he said he did not use. Not that he doesn't. He said he doesn't, but it doesn't mean that he doesn't use. But he sure does sell it. But yeah, sometimes I look at these pages and I see that's why I like photos. That's why I like to blog with photos. I hate when I get a blog and they do not provide me with a face of who they're talking about, because sometimes I just like to look at the face and I turn it upside down, I turn it on the side. And I just looked at him and I clicked it and I turned him upside down, I turned him on the side. I said, what would he have been? What would Adrian Seely have been had a different set of cards been dealt to him? What would he have been? What are his deep dreams? What are his great desires, the ones that are inside him that sometimes you dare not even entertain, because you know that you live in Barbados, you know that it's a state of poverty that you're living under, and except for your mother, you have nothing. You have nothing. Okay, so you dare not dream. You dare not dream. Because you wake up and you realize you're in a nightmare. Okay, it's a nightmare. Okay, so, but what would you have been, Adrian? Adrian, what would you have been had a different set of cards been dealt to you? I just see that he could have been something great. Maybe I'm wrong. Did he kill anyone? Did you kill anyone, Adrian? I don't know. There's nothing on you online. I did do my little search and not one thing. She's saying that you have been bad boy for, a long time, but you don't see it online. Had I not seen you here, you would think that, who is this guy? It's his first offense. It's not. It's not. You hide. You hide. You keep things secreted in Barbados. It's a secret society, very secret society. But Adrian Widmar Sealy, he admitted that he did have the drugs. He admitted that he's a repeat offender. Oh, she did say a repeat offender, okay. He admitted that, he was about to sell. That's what he does. He sells drugs. And, like I said, his mother was right there, right there, ready to bail her son out. Okay, that's it for this. That's it for this. Adrian Widmar Sealy. He's lived on the outside to see another day. He's lived to see another day on the outside. He's not inside the cells of Hotel St. Philip. Adrian Widmar Sealy. What would you have been? Adrian, what would you have been had you been dealt a different set of cards? This is Sherry Veronica.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.